Do you guys know that sweet spot in gaming where things aren't too easy, but they're also not too brutal that every single thing feels like a punishment? For me, that sweet spot is level 6 in Helldivers 2. Level 6 is my absolute favorite difficulty to play on because it's cozy, productive, and perfectly balanced for both solo and group play. And today, I'm here to talk about it a little bit. So honestly, it feels like there's a massive jump from level 6 to level 7. But that being said, 7 through 10 feels really intense. And not to say that 6 doesn't get crazy, but it definitely feels like a pretty big step down from level 7. But it doesn't feel like a step down in a boring way. It feels like the perfect productive grind where you're still going to come away with some good samples, medals, and just overall progression. Furthermore, it's a really good way to experience a good challenge, but also not feel like you're absolutely sweating and get punished for every single mistake. I think a big reason why it feels so cozy is the enemy variety. You're not quite getting the absolute hardest of hard enemies, but you're basically getting everything else. So for example, if you're fighting the bots, you're going to see lots of tanks, but you're not necessarily going to find factory striders. Also, with the amount of tanks that you'll be getting, it's very satisfying and it can feel very chaotic, but it won't feel overwhelming like those higher difficulties do, which can be fun sometimes. It's honestly a really good place to get comfortable with the later game combat. Not only is it a really great place to get comfortable, but it's also a great place for farming samples. One of my favorite things about level 6 is that it allows us to still get super samples. It's not a super risky mission, but you can still walk away with it with very valuable currency that you can only achieve by playing on top level difficulty. This is also great for grinding because this cozier aspect allows it to feel more replayable. Sometimes my friends and I might play a level 8 or 9 mission, and I play one 40-minute mission, and I am good. But these level 6 missions don't really do that to you. They feel very cozy and chill, and it's very easy to bang out like 3 to 4 of them. Not only do you get good samples from this, but you also can get a very solid medal payout. On average, I feel like I get about 22 medals per batch of 3 missions that I complete. Obviously, that's not insane numbers, but due to how approachable it is and how easy it is to replicate, I do think it's worth noting. I feel like level 6 stands out as the last balanced difficulty before it turns into just absolute straight up chaos. Level 6 is where I prefer to hang out as a solo player because once again, I can still get valuable resources and currencies, and I can also feel like I'm getting a very good challenge. Now, when it comes to solo diving on level 6, it's definitely not as cozy as it is when playing in a group, but that's actually perfect. If you guys are looking for a really cool solo challenge, I think level 6 is one of the best places to float around until you get better at the game. On the flip side, level 6 can also serve as a really great warm-up difficulty. We might play one mission on that, and then that prepares us to play level 8 or 9. Furthermore, if I've had a really long day, instead of playing a super high difficulty mission, I might just crank it on level 6, invite a few of my friends, and we kind of multitask. Not only are we talking about the game, but we kind of catch up on life as well. On those higher difficulties, you can't really do that. You have to just be locked in on the game and on the objectives. So that's a huge thing I love about playing on level 6 solo or with my friends. Playing on level 6 combines comfort, fun, and rewards better than any other difficulty.